Hello. Thank you for coming to watch part 2 of my 3-part YouTube launch. I am Starbright from Starbright Illusions, and this is my YouTube channel. I do not know how to Millie rock, but I find that if I just move my fingers in circles, it creates an illusion, and that is what I do. I create illusions. This is part 2 in the 3-part series. The first part was ornaments gone wrong. I'm going to go ahead and insert a link somewhere in here if you didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm calling this look Strangled Christmas Lights. I want to put a picture in here. I don't know what side, but yeah, we're going to put a picture in here. Still working on this editing thing. It is disastrous. It's literally like one of the hardest things ever. However, in due time, we are going to have my videos looking like Steven Spielberg edited them. But right now, we're new to this. So please work with us. The video is going to be over a speeded up tutorial with a voiceover, because who wants to watch me paint my face for 2.5 hours? Like, I don't want to watch me paint my face for 2.5 hours, so you're welcome. Hopefully get this boiled down to some minutes. That way you can in, out, you know, win. Thank you, ma'am. That's the achieve that I'm trying to achieve. Anywho, I'm going to list all the products that I use in the video down below. Maybe get some links in there to make it more convenient if you're shopping for some FX products. I didn't really use a lot of FX products for this look. And if I did, I don't remember. I'll list them down below. But it was easy. And the first part was easy. I didn't use any additives, which means I didn't use latex. I didn't use silicone, cotton balls. This is just pure paint, which is fun. I did add a wig and a hat, but you don't have to. I just, you know, I'm extra. But the look came out pretty dope, I believe. Part 3 will be coming up soon. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing for part 3, but I have to make it a little more complex because 1 and 2 were easy. But I hope that you all love it. Please go ahead and thumbs up the video and subscribe. Try to get a subscribe button in here somewhere. And if you could just scroll your finger down and hit click and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. That way you can catch all the other looks. After the 3-part series, I'm going to try to dedicate myself to 1 look a week for the rest of my life. Why not? The makeup I'm using is Fenty Kilowatts. I forgot. Hustler baby, I'm not sure. I'll list it down below as well. But thank you. I'm going to be using a paintbrush that came in a set of like 42 other paintbrushes for $8 and some change that I got from Michael's. It's nothing special about this brush. I'm going to be using this brush to put green lines all over my face. And the paint that I'm using is the green out of my Snazaroo face palette. This is one of my favorite palettes for my looks. If you follow me, then you already know that. There's no template to these lines. I'm basically just going to be putting green lines in random places. If you need a reference photo, you can always pull up a reference photo. There's a lot of actual actors that have lights wrapped on, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm going in with a slimmer brush now to add a white line in between the green lines that we just did. Make sure that the brush that you use for this is much slimmer than the brush that we use to put the green lines on our face. That way you can just add a straight line in between the green. And we're going to do that all over. All right, now I'm going to go in using Urban Decay Pistol, and I'm going to do random shadow marks inside of the lines. There's no template for this as well. This is just basically where I want to cast a shadow. It's like contouring. You put your highlight where you want to bring your face forward, and you put your darker colors, your contour, to bring your face down to make it appear slimmer. In FX, we use highlighting and shadows to create an illusions of something being pulled forward or being pulled back. It's the same thing. So I'm going to be using that for these shadow lines, which already creates depth. That way, when we sink into our black background, you'll be able to see that it's an illusion. And I'm doing it in front of a Christmas themed background now. That way you can be able to see everything that I'm doing. Because when I photograph in front of black, it pretty much blends everything together. So I'm just going to be putting these in random places all over. I'm going to go in with another paintbrush and use black also out of the same palette. And I'm going to be creating pretty much a hairline. There's no template for this. I'm just going to be doing these little circle loops and filling them in towards the wig cap. And it doesn't have to be really big, just along the hairline. You don't have to worry about your ear because I'm putting on a wig. If you're not going to do a wig, then I suggest you cover your ear. So I'm just going to fill that in on the bottom of the line and on the top of the line. All right, so now that we have a pretty much fake hairline, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side using the same brush and using the same black. All right, I've added green notches already. Now I'm going to go in with a thin paintbrush and add my bulbs. For one particular color, I'm going to use red starting off, and I'm going to shape them as light bulbs, fill them in, and then I'm going to put them in random places. It doesn't matter where you put them. It's best that you do not put the same color next to each other. So just put a red bulb and then, go to another spot, put another red bulb. There's no process. If you want to do them all red, that's up to you. I'm going to be using multicolors, like the multicolor band lights. I believe that's what it's called. And I'm just going to also go back and do yellow, green, orange, pink, and blue all over in random spots. Now I'm going to go down to my shoulder blades and the top of my arms, and I'm going to do the same little circle shapes that we put on our hairline, going down the sides of our arms, and I'm going to fill them in going backwards black. This also aids towards the illusion when we get in front of the black background to make it look like the shoulders aren't there or they're being squeezed. I'm going to go in using the same green that we use on our face and another flat brush. And I'm going to make lines going down my neck and down my chest, connecting those black line nodules that I left out together. When you're working on your neck, it's always best that you kind of hold your head up, because if you put it down before it dries, it will definitely smear and crease. And if you have a fat neck like mine's, that is a large issue. So keep your neck back and look stupid only for a little bit. Snazaroo pretty much sets pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about looking at attention pretty much for a long time. It's a few minutes and then you can move down. We have all our lines on our chest now connected to the black nodules. Now I'm going to go in using the thin brush that we use to put the white highlight on our face. And we're going to do the same thing going down our neck, going down our chest, just adding the white line in between. Alright, now that we have our white lines in, I'm going to do the same thing we did with our face using the Pistol eyeshadow and do random black lines in between the green lines. Try to make sure you aid these towards the black nodules at first and then maybe one or two in the middle. But you want to create a seamless transition from the jet black until the eyeshadow. I'm now going in with another shadow. Can't think of the name right now, but I'll list it below. And I'm going to shade my shoulders and in between the cords. I'm going to do that all over. And we've already added our lights. Basically the same thing from the face. Now I'm going to go in with a white thin brush and add a white highlight to each bulb that we've already done to the face. So this is just adding an illusion that the lights are on. So you just want to take a white brush and pretty much just drag it in between in a rugged patchet way. The same shadow that we used on our chest, I'm going to go in and shadow our face. And this also aids to it being squished on top of our skin. So you want to use a color that's a little bit darker than your skin tone, but not too dark. I'm using a dark brown. I'll get the brand and I'll list it below. But I'm going to do this pretty much in between all the lines, around all the lights, along the hairline. I'm going to be putting a red matte lipstick on. And if you put on lipstick, then this is pretty much the same way you put on lipstick. I don't have a Cupid's bow, so when I put my lipstick on, I kind of angle it down to create one. Because I literally just have a large, big lip at the top. So I create a Cupid's bow by putting as a liner, basically, and then filling it in. I have this green wig that I got from Party City, and I put it on. I have this Christmas hat that I got from Family Dollar, and I put it on, and we're basically finished. So, you put your wig on the way you want it. Angle it. I wanted to make sure that I could show the black. That way when I photograph, you'll be able to see it. And yeah, you can pretty much add and subtract anything you want from the look. I don't wear lashes, so I think lashes will look really good on here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And it doesn't really look like much now, but once you see the pictures, you'll be able to tell that it's an illusion. And I have tattoos on my chest, so it kind of doesn't help, but it's fine. It'll do what I need it to do. And I hope that you all like it. Thank you.